there was a time when grocery shopping felt different. The wooden floors creaked under your feet. The bell above the door gave a gentle ding as you stepped inside. Maybe your mom handed you a few coins to buy candy, or you stood on tiptoe just to see the butcher wrap up a roast in brown paper and twine. Back in the 1950s, grocery stores weren't just about shopping. They were part of the rhythm of everyday life, full of smells, smiles, and little traditions that have quietly faded away. Before butter came in plastic tubs with foil seals, it came in hand-wrapped blocks, tucked inside wax paper. You'd find them stacked neatly in the cooler, sometimes from local dairies just down the road. They were thick, golden, and smelled like the farm. Unwrapping one felt special, like opening a present. These days, everything's mass-produced, but that old wax paper brick had a charm that's hard to forget. It might sound strange now, but in the 1950s, you could buy brown bread in a can. Soft, slightly sweet, and often made with molasses and raisins. You'd open both ends of the can and gently push it out like jelly. Slice it, toast it, butter it, simple and comforting. It was especially popular in the Northeast. But as fresh bakery bread took over shelves, this old-fashioned treat slowly vanished. Back then, candy wasn't all about bright colors and sour flavors. There were spicy clove drops and floral violet candies, little oddities wrapped in waxy paper or tucked into tins. Grandmas kept them in purses or candy dishes, offering one during church or long car rides. Today, you'll rarely see them, but for those who remember, just one taste can bring back an entire childhood afternoon. There was something personal about the old meat counter. You didn't grab a plastic tray, you asked the butcher for what you needed. He'd weigh it, wrap it in thick white paper, and tie it with a bit of string. It felt like a conversation, not a transaction. Now most meat comes pre-packed in plastic, and that old friendly ritual? Almost gone. Instant Whip wasn't pudding, and it wasn't whipped cream. It was something in between, a powder you mixed with cold milk and poof, dessert. It came in soft pastels, pink, green, yellow. It felt like magic in a bowl, and kids loved it. Eventually, it lost its spot to newer desserts, but for a while, it was a staple of weeknight dinners and birthday parties. Remember those tiny metal cans in the freezer aisle? You'd open one with a can opener, drop the frozen cylinder of orange juice into a pitcher, and stir with cold water until it came alive. It was tangy, pulpy, and perfect with a Saturday morning breakfast. These days, juice comes in plastic bottles, but somehow, it never tastes quite the same. These little tablets were used to make old-fashioned milk puddings. Drop one into warm milk, and it would magically firm up into a soft custard. Sweet, simple, and kind of fun to watch. It was part dessert, part science experiment. But as boxed puddings became easier to make, junket quietly disappeared from most kitchens. Before plastic took over, Wonder Bread came in a wax paper wrapper with those famous red, blue, and yellow dots. You'd peel it open to find the softest white bread imaginable, so soft it practically stuck to the roof of your mouth. It wasn't just bread, it was a lunchbox essential. The bread's still around, but without the original wrapper, it doesn't quite hit the same note. Back then, soda wasn't in plastic bottles or cans. It came in heavy glass bottles, stacked in wooden crates by the door. Flavors like root beer, orange, and grape had a deep, rich taste, and the bottles had real weight in your hand. You'd return them for a few cents back, which felt like treasure to a kid. Today it's all about convenience, but we lost a bit of magic along the way. Before big box stores made them trendy again, bulk bins were just part of everyday shopping. You could scoop your own oats, beans, rice, even penny candy, into little brown paper bags. It was messy, sure, but it was fun. Most stores phased them out for hygiene and packaging, but those little scoops and wooden bins were a special kind of freedom.